Why does getting better often feels like you're falling apart before you're finally moving forward? Think about it. Isn't it strange how learning something new makes you feel clueless before it makes you confident? When you begin working out, you feel weak long before you feel strong. When you confront your fears, fear shows up before courage ever does. Healing doesn't begin with comfort, it begins with pain. Peace doesn't arrive without chaos first. Life has a strange way of disguising growth as failure and progress as discomfort. That's why I follow one simple rule. If it's difficult, it probably matters. So if you feel exhausted, confused, or like you're falling behind, you're not lost. You're evolving. You're in the middle of becoming something new and closer to success than you realize. Most people quit right here. Not because they lack potential, intelligence, or talent, but because growth feels wrong at the beginning. We expect improvement to feel motivating, exciting, and rewarding. Instead, it feels frustrating, slow, and uncomfortable. Your brain interprets change as danger. It prefers familiarity, even if that familiarity keeps you stuck. This is why starting something new feels mentally heavy. Your habits resist replacement, your identity resists change, your comfort zone fights back. When you try to improve your life, you enter what psychologists call the adaptation phase. This is the period where effort increases, but results are invisible. You study harder, but still feel confused. You work consistently, but see little progress. Most people assume this means they're failing. In reality, this is proof that change is happening beneath the surface. Imagine planting a seed. For weeks, nothing appears above the ground. If you didn't understand how growth works, you'd assume nothing is happening. But underground, roots are forming. Stability is being built before visibility appears. Human growth works the same way. The early phase feels like stagnation because the foundation is invisible. The same pattern appears in physical training. The first weeks in the gym are exhausting, your muscles ache, your performance feels weak, but that discomfort is adaptation. Your body is rebuilding itself stronger than before. Mental growth follows the same biological principle. Stress followed by recovery creates improvement. When you start acting differently, your brain experiences friction. The old identity and the new behavior collide. This creates discomfort, self-doubt, and resistance. Not because you're failing, but because you're changing. Here's the truth no one talks about. Growth is emotionally confusing. You can be improving while feeling worse. You can be moving forward while doubting yourself. Progress is not always motivating. Sometimes it's exhausting. So how do you move through this phase without quitting? First, redefine discomfort. Stop treating discomfort as a warning sign. Start seeing it as feedback. If something feels challenging but meaningful, your brain is adapting. Difficulty is not the enemy. Meaningless effort is. Second, measure consistency instead of results. Results lag behind effort. If you judge progress only by outcomes, you'll quit too early. Instead, track actions. Days practiced, hours focused, habits completed. Consistency predicts success more accurately than motivation ever will. Third, reduce comparison. Social media shows finished results, not messy beginnings. You compare your early stage to someone else's final chapter. This creates the illusion that you're behind when you're simply at the start. You don't need to transform overnight. You only need to keep moving. Small improvements compound quietly. One better decision per day seems insignificant, but over a month, it reshapes your identity. So if getting better currently feels like getting worse, don't panic. You're not broken. You're adapting. You're shedding old patterns and building new ones. The discomfort you feel today is the price of clarity tomorrow. Growth often looks like destruction before it looks like progress. Keep going anyway. Show up when motivation disappears, because one day you'll wake up and realize the person you once struggled to become is now simply who you are.